I fell in love with the chandeliers at the Greenbrier. The Greenbrier, which is termed America's Resort since 1778. And it certainly is America's Resort. I was lucky enough to be part of the Mrs. America competition in 2011. I got to know so many beautiful, talented, smart women, and I got to visit one of the most spectacular resorts I have ever been. In the heart of West Virginia, right in White Sulphur Springs, the Greenbrier is a National Historical Landmark. And when you walk in, you are just floored with the beauty and how amazing and elegant and luxurious it is. Well, I had never seen such beauty. When I saw my first chandelier in this spectacular place, I immediately fell in love. I spent 2 weeks photographing all of the beautiful chandeliers that I found during our trip. This place is amazing. During the 2 weeks of my stay, the amount of friends that I made, it was phenomenal. 50 women from 50 different states, including the District of Columbia, and this lovely woman, Florence Henderson. I am blessed that I was actually able to meet her and spend time with her. She was an amazing woman. David Marmel is the owner of Mrs. America. He blessed us with his sweetness and gifts, but I have to say, the chandeliers just took it for me. Another amazing woman that I met was Mrs. Alaska. She was my dear friend the entire 2 weeks that I was there. We were pampered, we were dined, we were wined, we went to great events. We wore ball gowns. These were the guys behind the scenes that kept us all on our toes. It was so much fun, something I will never ever forget. And of course the facility was just a knockout, the entire place. As my family arrived, I was blessed that they were able to spend some time with me, my husband, my daughter. It was a blessing to have them there. My mother was there. They enjoyed everything about the Greenbrier. And my pageant director, Deb, was also there too. My daughter was able to enjoy the outdoors of West Virginia with some horseback riding. We all did, as a matter of fact. So the Greenbrier offers more than just horseback riding. There are activities everywhere. There's dining, there's desserts, there's sushi, there's a casino, there's a bowling alley. There's so much fun to be had. And we sure had fun. We all became great friends. Got to know each other, beautiful, smart, passionate women. There's always a scheduled tea time at the Greenbrier. And the history is amazing. In the 1950s, the government asked the Greenbrier to construct a secret emergency relocation bunker and bomb shelter to be occupied by the Congress in case of war. And in 1992, well, the beans were spilled and it was no longer a secret. Now, my daughter was able to study some of the gowns that Eleanor Roosevelt wore. They were displayed around the Greenbrier, and she utilized this as a way to make up for some of the school that she was missing and studied its history. It was such a great thing, and here is the door. When closed, looks just like the wall. This is the door to the secret bunker. And there's more history and more dining than you would know what to do with. We were there for 2 weeks, and I still feel like I did not see the entire facility. Everything is gorgeous. The architecture is just phenomenal, and I immediately fell in love. I fell in love with the interior, the architecture, but most of all, the chandeliers. So I mentioned some of the outside activities. They do have the championship of golf. The golf club is amazing, and there's a fitness center there. There's also a restaurant there. So here is me and my buddy, Mrs. Alaska, sitting on one of the sculptures outside. The golf course is amazing. Now, I'm not a golfer, but we had so much fun out there together hitting the balls. There's even off-roading that some of the girls did. And they also have fly fishing, which Mrs. Alaska is a tour guide. She definitely loved that. So back inside, this is just an amazing place. And look at those curtains. So with all of this beauty comes a desire to want to shop. There's endless miles of shopping, endless miles of places that you can go to eat. Spas, nail salons, beauty salons. It's just so much fun. So Mrs. Alaska and I shared a room. Our room was immense. It was huge and it was beautiful and everything was just fantastic. This is the living room, which was separate from our bedroom, big enough that my daughter just couldn't resist. She got up enough speed to run across the whole room. And look at that wallpaper in our bathroom. It was just so much fun. I was even lucky enough to have my photo taken with the owner of the Greenbrier. He was amazing and so generous with the facility and housed all of us for 2 weeks. But alas, I still love the chandeliers the most. Of everything the Greenbrier has to offer, I was in the most awe of those light fixtures. There were so many of them, and I know I didn't capture all of them in photographs. They were in every room. They were always a treasure to see, always exciting to find what new chandelier we would be in the company of at whatever event we were at. I will never forget the chandeliers at the Greenbrier. And as our 2 weeks comes to an end, and we're all so happy for the event and happy to have met each other, we must now say farewell to each other, to the Greenbrier, and to the Chandeliers I fell in love with. And as we board our planes and say goodbye, we will forever be friends. Friends from 2011 Mrs. America and the Greenbrier. My fondest family vacation.